My name is Walter Colley. I work for several agencies. Fairmont Community Development Partnership, which I'm the maintenance supervisor there. I take care of numerous properties. I also work with Meighen County Day Report Center, and I'm the Day Report Center Community Service Coordinator. And I also sit on the Planning and Zoning Board Commission for City of Fairmont.
As the Community Service Development Officer, what's your responsibilities for the Day Report Center people?
Well, we go out every Saturday from 8 to noon to various locations, and we do a lot of trash pickup and grass cutting and things like that. We help out several cities like Barrickville. We was out there at helping them out pick up trash and stuff like that. I make sure that they're out there doing what they're supposed to be doing and not playing around and getting the job done and making sure everybody's happy and keeping the morale up.
Tell us about your journey, how you happened to get to Fairmont. I know it's taken a lot of twists and turns, but you've straightened up your life. You've had some people give you a chance or two. I think people would enjoy hearing your story.
Well, I came here, I first came here in 1999, initially to sell drugs. That was I had family members here, and that was what I came here for. And then I got caught, and I went to federal prison. I served 7.5 years in federal prison for selling drugs here. And while in prison, I did a lot of reading, did a lot of soul searching. And I just come to the conclusion, like, I've been doing this all my life and I ain't got rich off of it yet. So I think it's time for me to change and, try to live on the other side of the fence. And that's been my goal ever since they let me come home. And I just want to just help, somebody from making the mistake that I made, and so far so good. It's been going good. It's
One of the hard problems when a person gets out of prison, I don't care whether they've been there a year, 7 years, or 17 years, is to be able to find a job, to find somebody that will trust in you.
It's tough. It's very tough. I had a couple people trusting me. One was C.W. Stickley's out there, and I used to work for them before I went to prison. When I came home, they gave me another opportunity. And another agency which I work for right now is the partnership and the Meighen County Day Report Center. It's kind of strange, kind of funny how I became the community service coordinator. I was doing work for the not the Freight House, the Noteworthy Suites when they did their remodeling, and Judge Alloy used to frequent there a lot. He used to practically eat there every day. It was his favorite place, yeah. And I was sanding drywall, and he come in, and he knows me, and we were just talking about this program, and he said that he wanted me to be a part of it. Maybe I can, help turn some lives around, and that's initially what it was for, to see, try to, and that's what I wanted to do. So it was kind of like I was at the right place at the right time, and they all gave me a chance, and I did my research, I started reading. I was like, I found out that I can vote, and I'm like slowly getting my life back, and it feels great. And I try to tell them that y'all can do the same thing too. It's not just because people like me or I'm just I'm lucky or anything. To me, luck is preparing yourself and getting ready for change. A lot of people tend to believe that they don't need help, that they can take care of it on their own. And the thing about that is that everybody needs help. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it here. You gotta want it here in your heart.
In your heart.
Yeah. You gotta have it here in your heart, not here, because you can think it all day. But then, it goes back to what I was saying. You wake up this morning. I want to change my life, right? But yeah, come 12 o'clock, you're hanging out with the same people that you're trying to change from. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And then come dinner time, you spent that whole day doing what you said you was gonna change because you put yourself back in that environment. Versus freshly when you wake up in the morning, I'm gonna change my life. That means you gotta change everything about your life. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, if you're gonna be this one way, you gotta be this one way. There's no straddling the fence, in other words. So if you want to change your life, you gotta do everything and change every aspect of your life, including friends, family, with everything that's negative, that's making you do negative things. You gotta change that whole circle, that whole concept of it. That's the only way that it'll work. And you gotta want it here inside you. You can have it here all day, but if you ain't got it here, it's not gonna work.
What keeps the fire going for you to keep on the straight and narrow?
Well, like I was explaining earlier, once an addict, you're always an addict. I'm an addict. I'm just an addict who hasn't used in 12 years. And I wake up every day with the same thought and feeling as I did the first day that I said I was gonna stop. I live every morning like that. Today's the day, changed my life. First day of my life, and I've been doing that. It's like repetitive. Once you do something for a lot continuously, it becomes a habit forming, and it's a good habit. You got bad habits, you got good habits. And this so happens to be one of my good habits that I have, which is helping me out and is keeping me on the straight and narrow. And plus a good support system. You gotta have somebody in your life that's gonna be there for you and help you out and keep you straight, keep pushing you, tell them, I'm proud of you. You need that. A person needs to hear that. It's a feeling of accomplishment.
I think one of the ways when it comes to addiction is not to beat yourself up about it as well.
Nah.
And always remember the positive.
It's a saying that it gets easier. It doesn't. It doesn't get easier. It gets harder. Like 12 years, I've been 12 years clean. Like tomorrow, I know it's going to be harder for me to remain cleaner than it did today, because you never know what obstacles you might face or what might come your way. You just got to be prepared, and you got to be, you got to have that will to be strong and to just keep it away from you. And it helps if you don't have that in your circle. That's like a jump start, if I may use that.
That's my question: is how did you deal with the criticism from your previous circle or your friends who were anticipating you coming home and wanting to pull you back into that lifestyle?
Well, I looked at it like this. When I was out here partying, getting high with them, my cell phone rung every 5 minutes.
We invite you to continue watching
But when I was in prison for them
TV for more
7.5
programs
years,
dealing
I did
with
not get one
our
letter with a letter
infrastructure,
on
our
it.
inspiration.
That let me know that I was only around for the party favors. You're not my friends. I don't even consider you associates. We was just hanging out, getting high. And when I came home, I already had it in my mind that I'm not gonna go back to that life. Once seeing your kid grow up in pictures, it's not cool. It's not cool to watch a child grow up in pictures.
Do you feel like some people have that ambition when they return to better?
Everybody has that ambition. One part of the time when they're caught up in the system, there's a saying: when you go to jail, everybody finds Jesus. You've been found Jesus or God or whatever religion you practice. You've been had him in your heart. You just chose to turn on the on button because now you're in a situation where you feel that you need his help. And you need his help out here being free too. The most freest person on the planet Earth needs God's help. Well, dude, if you implemented God in your life and you wasn't there in the first place, you wouldn't be in this situation that you're in right now. You wouldn't be calling on him to tell you don't lock you up. You know what I mean? That's why he gave us free will.
Did you face any obstacles when you first got out that may have where you questioned what kind of path you were on, and how did you overcome those?
Yeah, I mean, I have my critics, and I have my fans, and what's funny is people that don't even know you are your biggest fans. Them are the ones that gave me, that extra gas in my carburetor, if I will, when I felt like the engine was about to cut off. Hey, Walt, man, I read your story. I seen you, and hey, man, that's really not. Hey, man, keep it up. It's those things that people need. Like, you know what? It's working. It's actually working. I'm actually making a difference. So it keeps me going. It keeps me, or seeing a person graduate, for instance. and seeing them turn their life around, they're productive, and I run into them and they're with their girlfriend and their kid, and they look clean, they look healthy, and they doing good, and it makes me, I was a part of that. And they said, thank you, Walt. No, thank you, man. You know, now you got to pay it forward, just like I did for you. You got to do it for somebody else, man. You got to keep the chain going. And that's what it's about. You know, you help one person, you're implementing in them to help another person. Hey, I did it, you can do it. That's how it works. You know what you understand what I'm saying? They take it better from me being a former drug user, you know, and they seeing me doing all these good things, and they're like, well, damn, somebody gave him a chance. It might work for me too, and that's the hope that I have every day for with what I do, you know, to help someone, and then they in turn can help somebody else, and you know, Fairmont won't be known as this big overdose city that everybody comes to, to get high and make money. You know, I fell in love with Fairmont. I love this. It's my home, you know, so I want to make it a better place. I want to make it better for my kids. When I'm dead and gone, I want to leave, you know, my name. When people speak my name, they say, you know, well, Walt made a difference. Yeah, Walt did this, but Walt changed, and Walt made a difference, and he was a part of making Fairmont what it is today, this great city. That's what I want. That's the ulterior motive down, down my path. And I was explaining to Dee that I want to be married one day. You know why? Because I can. I know I can. I know I can do it. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh man, you ain't gonna be able to. No, I can do whatever I want to do. Hey, you never know. We might be up there together, voting on some things together. But yeah, that's the hopes of it, of everything that we do. Basically to make Fairmont better and its citizens.
The work programs, you're the community outreach center, and you work with those people pretty close. Mm-hmm. What is the most positive thing you've experienced with that?
The most positive? This past Christmas, guy, I helped him get a job, and he was able to buy his kids Christmas. And he texted me, and he actually called me. He told me thank you. You know, he had his kids get on, told me thank you, and that was a special moment. You know what I mean? To make some families, Christmas a better Christmas. That was great. It was a great feeling, and that's what it's about. Helping people. Just be a good person.
Something that you would like to see change within the program, or that you feel should be improved. Is there any change that you feel needs?
The program is a great program. What I would like to see change is the community. The community needs to be more open into what the program is trying to do. It's not like we have killers and rapists and these type of people. We have non-violent offenders who made a mistake, and they just need a second chance to and change their life and turn around. We need the community to be more open-minded about the program and its values, and what, people are afraid of what they don't understand. If you hear Joe Schmo while you're at the diner talking about, I see all them people hanging out smoking cigarettes down in front of the day report. That's all they do all day is sit in front of. No, they don't. They're in class. You so happen to see them during their break time when they go get something to drink, when they're smoking a cigarette during their break. Then they're going back up there in class. They're in class all day. They're not just down there hanging out in front of the building, just smoking cigarettes and hanging out. They're productive. They're doing something. They're changing their life. And if people will understand that and know, instead of just hearing, they just sitting outside.
How do you integrate the community? Do you have any ideas, or how do you feel we can integrate?
We need to show them what we need to show them what they actually do. Like on Saturdays, I'm part of a couple of Facebook communities, page groups, and I show them what we do. This is what we're doing. If you don't know, now you know. This is what we're doing. We're out here cleaning up trash. So they are working. They are working. Don't believe the hype. They're not just sitting in front of the building all day smoking cigarettes. They're getting their GEDs, they're rehabbing, They're taking programs to better themselves, parenting class, how to be better parents, and they're also working off community hours that they have to work off from the sentence, because it's an alternative sentence. So they're working. They're making our community look better. The same, all that garbage that we pick up. Hey, guess what? The ones who turn their nose up and think that they're not doing anything wrong, that garbage comes out of your car. That Hardee's bag that you just enjoyed that delicious sandwich with that you threw up out on Route 19, guess what? They're the ones picking that stuff up. So they need to be open. They need to be more open-minded about what these young people are trying to do.
We thank you very much for watching the special program on Walter Colley Jr. and the Day Report Center and his work and the inspiration he is to so many people. We thank Rikki Butler for assisting in the interview process and helping to set up the program today. This program has been a special program of PEG Access, Greater Fairmont Council Churches, and Spectrum and Time Warner. We invite you to continue watching TV19 for more programs dealing with our infrastructure, our inspiration, our information, and our entertainment here on TV19. So until we meet again, this is Meighen saying so long. Take care and be a blessing.